Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
What you say to me, all I know is that I've got to be free from the things you do. It will all come back to you. Break stride, I'm sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I hope you are doing good tonight. You are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael Hope. Yes, I blanked out. I've had a busy day. A lot of things have been going on. So, cut me some slack. So, yeah. First of all, if you want to listen to this, you can go to watch this happen live. You can go to twitch.tv/Mental Original, all one word, where not only you can interact in the chat, but you can change how the show goes. Yeah, watch this happen live, unedited, whatever. You can watch the after show, which I'm honestly not sure if I want to really do tonight, because, oh man, I have to work in the morning at some point, but also it's like, technically, this is my day off, but also not. So, anyways, there's that, where basically it's more stream, and you know what, I might honestly just do it anyways, because I want to. So yeah. If you missed this on Twitch, though, for the 10 minute, I said 10 minutes, no, 2 weeks that this is up, you can always watch them on YouTube. You can always listen to them on Spotify. On Spotify too. You can listen to the radio show, which is just basically this when I used to do it in college 5 years ago, which is incredibly strange to think about. That we're getting close to the end. I just put out the second to last episode this a couple days ago, and I've started to work on the last episode. Oh man, it's a doozy. It's a real humdinger. And boy, I just basically trimmed out the music that I played during the episode. This is gonna suck. I'm not gonna edit it as I would usually do. I am gonna trim it up here and there, but like, man, it was like, I mean, double the length. Wait, no, because I started at 10. Let me think. It is more than double the length of a usual episode if I started at 10, because then I went to their half, so 11:30 would have been the first one. And then, so I did like almost 3 hours. So 10, 11, 12. 12 and a half hours? More than 12 and a half. Wait, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 3 and a little over a half hours of radio show time. That was crazy. It was one of... It's weird to think about because a lot of it was like retrospective stuff. And honestly, I probably will do... I want to keep it as clean and cut, not just like clean as it is. This is me before editing it, obviously. But like, speaking of editing it, I need to... Whoop. Let's get this a little lined up there. There, I'm a bit more center. Now I'm center. What was it? I need to get it better. I need to trim it up. I need to put some like talking intervals, and I actually do think I want to add some songs into the mix, because like I don't think I had certain songs that I would want in there that he just didn't have that are memorable to the show and iconic. But that it was crazy. Um, that was a very like even like just glazing over the segments because I had to do it just to make sure that I get to the things. Like, man, I like I don't know what to say about it. It was a lot. It was a lot to do. And like I have to like record down everything that I played for the station. I filled a sheet, probably two front to back. It was actually crazy of the songs that I played on there. I think I played 20. Hold on. I think I played 24 the whole time. If I played two during every 15 minutes, which I think was correct, but I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong. Um, no, 28. 28 songs. Yeah, it was a long, long night. Um, but yeah, it is that time of year that like kids are graduating, or students are graduating. Um, People are getting out of college and uh, high school and stuff like that. And yeah, uh, it's crazy too because my alma mater. Well, even earlier today, uh, I was doing band worship for church, and one of our why am I why am I blanking out? Instrumentalists just got back from college, like literally just got back. It's like what? But then again, their university was always a week ahead. I mean, they went to the same area that I went to, but like their university was always a week ahead in terms of like graduating and stuff like that, which I kind of think is a good thing, but also like seems like a bad thing, you know? I don't know. Like in a way, I think that's actually probably pretty good. But I don't know what the big university, because mine, it's a smaller one, but it's like the more where people attend to or go to, I should say attend, and then the the one across the street that has to be better than everyone, and then the big university, which yeah, I don't know when they usually get done. I feel like they got done after us most of the time, although they started like I think all three of us started around the same time. I could be wrong, but yeah. I never got to, but he got home, but they got home like early because they finished finals. And I never got to go home early. Never. Because I had to work, well, not work. Well, my freshman year specifically, I had to be at the both, well, the fall and the spring commencement ceremonies to play. It was like a good $50, but like, hey, $50 is $50. You get to play and get to see people that you played with play for the last time and leave, graduate. That's pretty cool. Like we did that quite a bit. I remember though, while playing commencement, we would come up with the most devious ways to pass the time because we're on stage. We're right behind everyone. So I remember one time, I think one time, the first time I was playing, like there's like the phone game Balls. Like, but it's like 2018, 2017, 2018. So like, even then it was kind of dated. So like that one, I was playing Balls the entire time where it like bounces off and hits like a brick. And then you try to get the number to 0 to whatever. And the things scroll down and increase the numbers and you get more balls depending on if you get them or not, whatever. I was playing that the entire time. And that's also the same one that I left clothes in the washer all my good black clothes that I never saw again. And I'm so, like, I'm not sad about it right now, but like, if I really think about it, I get really depressed. It is so sad because I lost a lot of good black clothes with it. I had a lot of good black sweatbands, a lot of good black t-shirts. I think maybe a sweatshirt or something. But like, it sucked. Like good socks. Like it did a dent in my. I was so depressed when it happened. I'm just like, I can't do anything about it. But yeah, um, and that was also the same one after the commencement or the commencement ceremonies. That is the same one I saw The Last Jedi. The same exact one. And I went to the theaters like coat filled up to the brim with like basically 1 liter bottles, like skinny 1 liter bottles of like Pepsi and Mountain Dew. I can't believe I got him into the theater, honestly. And I think I only peed once. And if you know when the movie is, it's during the casino. It's during the casino. Like I had to take a good long pee. Very good long pee. I just could not hold it in. And like I think I chose the right part. I I really did think I chose the right part. Although there is an app or whatever that you can download on your phone that like kind of vibrates or tells you when is a good time to pee during a movie, which I think now I kind of need to do. I kind of need to get because I don't know what it is. Like I can sit down for a movie, but I just need to make sure that I get all the pee out, all of the pee out beforehand. Because if I don't, oh Lord willing, I will definitely have to go in the middle of the movie. And like I'm good with that. Like if I'm at work or at home watching a movie, totally fine. Totally fine. Movie theater, eh. I think it's probably because of the sensory, distraction stuff like that. You know how you can get whatever, you're just more focused on it. I think that's probably what it is. But I don't know. Uh but man, I just love like another time playing commencement. I played Tetris on Switch and had my controllers behind my back because I was that fucking good, or I'm that fucking good at that Tetris. Um, I'm not amazing uh, at it, but like it was fun. It was something to pass the time, and it was like Tetris 99. I did not do the 99. Like I would freak out on stage, and people would know. I think another time I tried to read. A lot of people did try to read on stage. And some of the commencement speakers were good. Ours, because I'll get to that. But, like, obviously, once COVID happened, of course, we didn't play. But those, like 5 times, 5 times, yeah. Like, like, it's really depressing in the dorms. I feel bad for, like, RAs and people that have to, like, foreign exchange students that have to stay behind while that's going on and even over the break. I feel so bad for them. Like it sucks. Nothing's open. You got to get a ride to go anywhere, especially up there. At least the bus. At least the bus is something, but like man, it sucks. Um but I do love it up there. It's my home away from home, away from home. It's my homeland. Wait, no, it is my homeland, away from my homeland, away from my homeland. Yeah, I would. I like honestly, could I live up there? Sure, but also at the same time, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say there. But once, obviously, when COVID came around, I don't even know what we did. Band didn't do it. The band didn't do anything because, like, what could we really do? I think we had a recording for the winter one, the fall uh, semester, but spring, I don't know if we did. I think spring we might have had something. I know choir we did something to do with it, but it was also like kind of like it's weird with Zoom and stuff like that. I feel bad for the the kind of more or less teacher assistants slash students that were helping edit that video for it. Like, after having to learn how to edit and stuff like that for making videos, especially for that, oh my god, the amount of like RAM and just like to get all those videos in and etc, just the amount of space that takes up. Oh man, and editing it down and like compiling, that just sucks. And like syncing them. Oh man, oh, that is just awful. But yeah. And then you have to individually listen to each one. Oh man, that was actually insufferable. And then they have to do it not only for that one, but there was the other choir. Oh my god. Now I'm thinking about it, it's just horrible. Although they do have like singing, masks, no one could really get a hold of them. And even then, it's kind of hard. And I feel like a lot of people that were playing their instruments didn't really have that. I was lucky to have one of those ones for my horns that I could just play through my mask, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it sucked. And I got it from I think my instructor, my private instructor gave me, babe. Oh my god, I forgot. I gotta give. Oh no. Oh no, I still have the music. Oh no. I never gave back their. I have a music book that I said, oh no. I gotta give it back. But I don't know if they're still up there. Oh no, it's been 5 years. Oh dear God. Oh, I feel so bad. I don't even know if they have it anymore. I don't know if they're around the area. And my instructor had a big dog named Gustav. She was massive, like, I don't know, Greyhound Poodle, something like that. Absolute sweetheart. Oh my god. I know he's probably gone because he was already old or older. But man, I just know he's gone. I just know it. I don't know how I know, but I know. But man, he was a good dog. And he would sit perfectly during every lesson. He like just even multiple students just sit there, not even be disturbed, just like yeah. Like maybe once and maybe only once did he ever like, try to investigate, do dog stuff. But that was one time out of all the times that I've had lessons with him in there. One time. Man, I miss that dog. That was a good dog. Of course, whenever he went back home, Bacon, he get kind of mad. But, what am I supposed to do? It's crazy to think about. Like, it's been 5 years since oh my god, it's almost been 10 years since I graduated. Oh boy. It's almost been 10 years since I graduated high school too. Oh, yuck. Well, not this year. It'll be next year. I wonder if anyone was actually planning that. This might be foreshadowing. I don't know. I feel like my stash has gotten thicker. Now I'm looking at there. It feels a lot thicker. I feel like I want to get rid of my goatee that's going on, but like, I don't know. But I don't know what's with this center part where my, nostril is, that like kind of, I don't want to say crotch, the lip crotch, face crotch, but like, why is nothing really growing here? I don't get that. It's like I don't want to say it's a reverse Hitler, but that's basically what it is. But it's good. Good that it's that way. Good that it's a reverse. Because no. Hell nah. Mm-mm. But again, like, even thinking about this as a show, as a concept, goes back 8 years ago. Am I thinking right? 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago. That is insane. Because it was when I used to eat ramen at midnight, thus the name.
Minute Ramen is a minimally...
wrong button. Wrong button. Thus the name, Midnight Ramen. You know. I thought that button would actually do the wrong. Do I not have a button for that? I mean, I have a button to go to the end screen, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I would say let's go to cards because that's a good time to do it, but we ain't that 30 yet. We ain't at 30, man. We ain't at the 30. I do have some good stuff I gotta show. I do have some really good stuff I want to show because it is actually pretty sick. But not right now. If I just blanked out. Sorry. Sorry. I've been doing this for how long? And you'd think I'd be a bit more professional with it. No. You think I'd learn? No. I'm literally myself. I can only do so much. And I'm going spitballing all the time. Like, even when I was planning those shows, I kind of did it there too, because like I kind of had a vague idea of what I wanted to talk about, but even then I didn't really have a good plan of what I wanted to talk about. And sometimes it's just like, oh, what the segment before just kind of transitions over to the next thing, you know? But yeah. Did I do a... Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I did an alignment chart in the last episode. Huh. Because I do talk about my bits in there. Or the bits I did in the show. Like an unsponsored sponsor, JoJo's Bizarre Radio, which became its own show, which I'm not releasing. Maybe in the future, if like people want to hear it or whatever, just like, oh, here's a download for it. I don't know why you would want to. Because it would also have the music on it and would be not touched. It would just be raw audio files, and they are not great. Yeah. Although I know one of the segments, I did try to do like a weird station call thing. Which I think, yeah, I kind of have to keep it. Man, shit. Because I want to keep the same vibe that I do with these. But it's crazy to think, no, even how Midnight Ramen came to be itself, it really became a thing on its own because it was a tradition I used to do. But that's its own thing. That's its own thing. Stayed up at midnight because I didn't have classes immediately in the morning. I was close enough to the place where I had my classes so I could do it. So that's what I did. But what really set it off is I was part of the radio station, didn't have a show, didn't have anything. I was just part of it, sort of. But then one of my friends, one of the people that I had in a group in one of my classes, was a good friend of mine, still. Probably one of the longest streaks that they have on Snapchat. I probably am not kidding. I hope I'm not. Like, I'm pretty sure I am, but that's weird. That's crazy. Let me think. So they asked, one of my friends or roommates or something like that has this project they're doing a film project. Does anyone want to help? And this was in a group project that we were doing for a different class. And I'm like, fuck it, sure, why not? I get into that. One of the people in this short film is also part of the station, but also becomes one of the station managers, or positions heads or whatever within it. And then kind of convinces me slowly and surely to be a show. And because of that, I got this. I should probably message them and say, like, an appreciation, because, like, the amount of encouragement that they gave me, and I don't want to say names on here because, like, I don't want to have to edit it out and stuff like that, but they know who they are, and they will know based on me, like, reaching out. I am ever grateful for their encouragement and their support and the leniency, the love that they gave to me to do the show in the way I want to do, and to be a DJ at the station, and to be probably one of the better ones. I'm just saying. Probably one of the better ones of the station. Probably one of the best at the station at the time. Just saying. I was most zany, but I was also like, I was zany, but it was controlled. Because here's the thing. There was one DJ that had a show, and I was listening to it because it was like, I was bored, whatever. And I tried to listen to some of the other shows when I could. It really wasn't often, because, like, some of them, a lot of the time, were during my class, and there was, like, shows that I wanted to listen to, but I couldn't because I was trapped in a class. So I'm just like, fuck. And there was one DJ that had a show, and I had to, like, report them because they were catcalling people outside of the studio. They were playing vulgar music that definitely should not have been played, like, intentionally playing it. Like I had songs that I accidentally played that, had the word, like, say, fuck or shit. Kind of depends on, there's a weird line. You can play certain things. There's certain swears that aren't, like, FCC, whatever, but, like I would unintentionally, sometimes I would play them just because, like, oops, the track listing wasn't correct. It happens. It literally happens. Or, like, oop, you didn't know that because you didn't see the lyric list. It literally happens, and you can't stop it. Especially when you're reviewing an album. If you don't have the lyrics in front of you and you don't see what the artist says, you're flying blind. And usually, most of the time, they try to say that it is explicit. But that's only, like, I want to say 50% of the time that they actually do go out of their way to say that it is explicit. But normally they don't. They just have you figure it out, which is not good. So I've definitely played it, but the one I had to report was playing, like, I don't want to say fuck the police, but that was kind of like vibe. Or like Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. Which actually probably would be more appropriate to what the person was playing. Or more kin to what the person was playing. But yeah, no, I like said, hey, you really do need to get this guy off the air, because like no way, like if they did another show like this and say some like an FCC rep heard, we're fucked. We are boned. Yeah. That's how crazy it was. But I don't want to say it was one of the best ones. I was really one of the good ones. Like, and I did a bunch of like stutters, ahs, whatever. But like, I was the most I was chaotic good. I was the chaotic good of radio shows at the station. Man, I don't know when that phrase actually came. I have to look back and see when the I have to give like notes on when it's like, oh, this is the first time I did this. This is the first time I did that. I'd have to listen back to all of them and do that. God damn, I should have done that. So I guess I gotta listen to it again. Which you guys too. Like, again, this is like, it's strange that has been 5 years since then. I started, or since I'm almost finished with it. Since I've finished the show. But this is still going. I've more than, because it was 48. I'm at what, 85? 185? More than like tripled the amount of episodes that I did. Haven't missed one. The only times that I kind of really did it, I had to change the date because of something that had to came up and I said prior, or I was in Vegas. That was a thing. And I made an episode beforehand. Those were the only times I did an episode off date. Never missed. Shooting percentage higher than Kobe. Rest in peace. Shooting percentage higher than LeBron. Shooting percentage higher than, who the fuck was it on the Wolves a couple of games ago when Ant like fucked his like ankle or something. He went so goddamn crazy. He'd score like 70 some points and the Wolves like destroyed the other team. They got wrecked tonight, I guess. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, it would be cool to see a Minnesota team beat the Minnesota Curse, a male team. I'm not counting the female ones. Like, they can win all the time, man. They have proven themselves that they can win. But it's just been a curse on the major big leagues that we just have not won. Have not won in a long time. I think the last time was the Minnesota Twins in 1995. So yeah, that's kind of a long time. Let's do a stretch and then into Magic. Let's do it. Let's get into some Magic cards. So over the weekend, I went to a card show in the area, and look at all these cards. I got quite a few cards, but I got some not only Magic cards, but I got Pokemon cards as well. But I just want to compare the two. So this stack of Magic cards cost me, I want to say, around $200. Let's just say around $200. This stack of Pokemon cards, $30 for Pokemon. Yeah, the comparison. They're literally about the same size, but like the difference in like treatment and comparison and like how people, not really like how they treat the cards, but like, I don't know. And some of these cards aren't even going to be mine. Technically, there's a couple cards I don't want to show which ones exactly aren't going to be on. Actually, yeah, I can show the ones. Fucking Regigigas. Well, Regigigas, I'll probably keep one of these. A Mew, and a snow snom. Shiny snom. I love shiny snom. How much was this shiny snom actually? $4? Not bad. But we got 3 packs of Secrets of Strixhaven. And also over the weekend was MagicCon Las Vegas. I totally forgot. Would I ever go to Vegas for MagicCon? No, probably not. It would be fun, but also, I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of great stuff this year. I don't know. If it ever came, what sucks, and I'll do this as I'm opening packs, there was one time when it happened near me, and I didn't go. I should have went. I'm so disappointed in myself that I never went. And it was like a very good one too, because I think it was, I don't know which one it was. I think it might have actually been the one when Aether Drift was shown off. I could be wrong, but then again, that's also in the infancy of Aether Drift, and people didn't really know what Aether Drift was going to be, or how it would have turned out. So there's that. Quote unquote, one of the worst sets apparently in Magic's history. Like, I think that's absurd. It's not a great set. I'll say that. Value-wise, like the mechanics, of course, because it's vehicles, it's going to be nerfed because it's vehicles. But I don't know. There's something about it that's just, it's so weird, wrong, but also right, you know? But people praise Murder Call of Manor because it had fetch lands. Ooh, fetch land, or surveil lands. Ooh. I mean, those are actually pretty good, though. Those are pretty good. But, like, other than that, it had, like, a very small handful of cards that are actually good. You have Voja, you had Delny. That's about it that I can think of. Like, not that many cards in the set that, like, are amazing, you know. Let's see, play across multiple formats. I'm just going to get to the uncommons. Tester of the tangential. Impractical Joke. Molten Note. Foolish Fate. And Harmonized Trio. It's pretty cool. It's got Brainstorm. Forgot about that. And Helping Hand for the Mystical Archive. Foil Cheer for in a mountain. Pack 2. We got Lorehold Charm, Living History, Encouraging Aviator. Oh yeah, Arc of Hunger. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Whenever it's 2 red and a white, or Boros, 2 and a Boros. Artifact. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your opponent's graveyard, this artifact deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you gain 1 life. That's pretty good. Mill a card, you may play that card this turn. It's pretty awesome. And Bitter Triumph is the mystical archive. And then behind that, we got a foil tackle artist. I almost thought it's a tickle artist. Spectacle Summit is a land. And then final pack. I accidentally kind of peeked at it. You're going to be in for something good. Abstract Paint Mage, Campus Composer. We got a Forum Necroscribe. And then we got Joined Researchers. It's 1 and a white for a human cleric wizard with the first strike at the beginning of each end step. An opponent has more cards in your hands than you. This creature becomes prepared. And then it's got Secret Rendezvous for its prepared spell. That's pretty nice. And then behind that, we got Magma Blood Archaic. It's 2 or red, 2/2/2 or red. For a creature avatar, With trample reach convergence, this creature enters with a +1/+1 counter for each color of mana spent to cast it, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn for each color of mana spent to cast that spell. That's not great. Ooh, stock up! Okay, that is the hit. It's not amazing in price right now, but like stock up is from Aether Drift. Like, come on. I mean, it's one of the best cards from Aether Drift, but it's also a pretty good card from there. And then, ooh, foil page loose leaf. It is a foil artifact creature construct, a legendary artifact creature construct at common. That's hilarious. Hell freaking yeah. You know, that would be a funny way to make a deck with page loose leaf. Discard another card named page loose leaf. Reveal cards. What? So literally this is just a mana rock. Another card named page loose leaf. Reveal cards from the top of your. So yeah, this cannot work in Commander. That sucks. But also it's pretty funny that's in. What also sucks about it too is like it doesn't have. You can have as many as you want, which is stupid. Anyways, let's get off of that. Let's take a drink to cleanse the palate. Oh, wow. You know what? I didn't even comment about my pinky. I stubbed my pinky. I was at work today, and I was trying to get like a podium in through a doorway. And instead of, doing, being smart or whatever, I somehow jammed my finger in between the door and the podium, both made of wood, and it hurt like a motherfucker. I just jammed it, and then it was bleeding like profusely. Like earlier, it was just like gross. But yeah, not to get like disgusting. Like my nail, even if I had like, because I tend to keep them trimmed, if I even had a nail on it, it's gone. I don't know if it took it off. I don't know if it sent it in, but it's gone. And it hurts. And not much right now or anymore, but a little bit it does. But yeah. Ooh-wee. Buddy Holly. I'm also freezing cold. And this is not one of those times that if I were to wear the sweatshirt, I'm sick. No, I am like kind of cold. I just got off work. So like I went into work 7 a.m. Had to leave for a couple hours, like at 7 p.m., 2 hours. Went back, got off at just at 11, a little past 11, maybe like 11:03 or just before. I don't really know. Yeah, it was a long day. Long day. Man. And now I gotta go in. And I gotta go in today to do stuff. Great. But I kind of have to do it anyway. I probably also need time to actually do paperwork, because I did not get a whole lot of time since 2:30 p.m. yesterday to really sit down and look at my email, work email, and texts, and even messages in general. Like even when I got home, like I kind of fumbled around for a little bit. Like I had a little bit of time before I had to get on here though, but I don't know. I'm glad that I didn't have to adjust this episode, because honestly, I was starting to think like I was gonna have to do it. Like, thank God I didn't have to, because like I would be so mad, so mad. Like, I'm one of those guys. Like, I'm fine with dang near anything, but you try to mess with something like that, or like try to mess with a promise that I made with someone, like a deep, like, blood oath bond, like oath, or see, like this, for instance, I made it a thing for myself to keep doing this every single week, just because, like, the only way, like, unless there's an act of God, there is no way that I'm not doing one of these. Only way. If there was like power outage, for instance, or tornado, or like, I think those are the only real ones I can think of right now that, like, if it did happen, like, that would be the reason. Like, probably also, like, if I need disk space, but like, I don't. Not right now. Although I am getting closer and closer to I need disk space on my hard drives and stuff like that. So I probably need to get another one. But I think the prices are not great in the market prices are not great right now in computing. Although the Steam controller's out, which the new TM Steam controller, basically, because the old Steam controller didn't have like joysticks, like our actual joysticks. It just had the trackpads, which are apparently pretty good, but like, weird. But this one also has the trackpads as well under the joysticks, which is good. And it allows you to do other capabilities and play games with a mouse, like mouse games and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. Oh man, I just need a refresh. So, yeah. You could tell I don't have anything to think about. What else? There's gotta be a story that I could think of. How about, is there anything that happened over the weekend? I don't really know if there's anything that happened over the weekend that, I mean, other than the card show. I don't really think there's anything I could think of. Notably, like, oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I'm actually doing fine. My back hurts so bad. Ouch. I did need a stretch. What was it? I was thinking. What was I thinking? Oh, fuck! I lost my train of thought. What was it? It was. Damn it! Oh yeah. So, annual town like garage sales like this weekend, and like getting rid of a lot of stuff. Like, I went through like closets and whatever. Like, I have a lot more space in here. Like, again, I don't want to show like my whole space and whatever. Like, I didn't get rid of, like, clothes mainly was the big thing for me, because like I just have a lot of old clothes like I don't wear anymore, or have worn like maybe once, or like, you know, that sort of thing. But I just need to get rid of them. I'm just so glad I got rid of them, because they were just so awful. Like, and then like just some leftover stuff here and there. But yeah. And I also realized, like, going to a card show this weekend, the same card show that I got this hefty mound of TCG cards. This hefty mound of TCG cards. I will say that the condition I have my own Pokemon collection and the Pokemon collection I picked up from my buddy from a couple weeks ago, like, I'm pretty good. Like, my cards are not in, like, the best condition, but, like, I'm not going to grade them. Hell no, I'm not going to grade them. In this economy, in this state of the TCG whatever, like, hell no. Like, I'd be a dumbass if I wanted to do that. Like, it sucks. Yeah. I'm seeing you. What, I'm trying to think of what else. But, like, I already talked about it last week. Did I talk about it last week? I did talk about it last week. That's the whole fucking name of the episode. That was the name of the episode. Card Ranker. Jesus Christ. But no, going to, like, the card show over the weekend, like, it kind of affirmed that, like, yeah, I think I know what I'm fucking talking about when it comes to, like, it's like the cards are, like, the value is in the play. Like, how you treat the cards when you're playing with them. Like these Pokemon cards, perfectly fine. You don't need to hard sleeve them. Like, you could, but, like, looks fine. Centering, I feel Pokemon is really anal about that. Same with sports cards, but really Pokemon is really anal about that. Where, like, Magic cards, all the value is in the play. Foil, alt art, depends, but the value comes from the play. Like this Krang, $25 that I got it for. Foil. So a little bit more. The foiling isn't bad. In previous years, depending on the foiling, the price would go lower. Obviously, in the other years, they go higher. But this is the price of this card is where it's at is because it's really good. It's big, it's splashy, it's incredibly dangerous. But if you get it out, it'll take over the game. Thrumming Stone. Not in the, it's a pretty okay condition. I don't know. It's from Double Masters. It has Ripple, and it's a crazy card, crazy effect. That's why it's $20. Shieldred. It's in Phyrexian language. I can't read this shit. Like, I literally cannot read this shit. It has so much value because it's a good card. Like, it wouldn't matter if it was any other thing, but it's just a good card. That's what I'm saying. That was, like, the whole point of that. Like, this Elish Norn is like $16. It's foil, same thing, epitome. It's $16 because it's a good card, but it's also pretty decent at what it does. It's also a special whatever printing, but it's decent because of what it does. Like, the foiling of it, it's kind of pringling. But it is still more than the regular version, but still. Which like when it does that, it's usually not the case, but it's not the worst it's ever been. People in the Magic community know some really bad ones, and the ways to do it are not ethical. The Geneva Conventions really, like, there are Geneva Conventions held because of it. It is insane. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what to say there. It is absurd. Oh, that is a little weird. Excuse me. That was nasty. Can I really squeak out 6 minutes of the out? No, I can't really do that. Hold on. I think I can probably drum up with a story real quick here. Oh yeah, yesterday was yesterday was Cinco de, well 2 days ago was Cinco de Mayo on a Taco Tuesday, so you know it was like any Mexican restaurant absolutely fucked. Sorry for the language on that one, but going to any Mexican restaurant on Cinco de Mayo on Taco Tuesday, yikes. So we ended up, because it was me and my girlfriend's date night, we ended up going to Taco Bell because not only were we getting food for ourselves, but getting it for my family as well. So I was like, well, Taco Bell's just the way to go. There was another Mexican restaurant, there's a few, but one that was like more favorable, or within, places that we know. And we're like, we could go there, and it's on the way. But we were driving by there. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a good idea that we had a Taco Bell order, because ain't no fucking way we were going to make it in there and have like seating in decent time and also get food for the rest of the gang, rest of the fam. So no way that was going to happen. No way at all. Like a snowball's chance in hell. And even so, we were probably in line for, and bless the people that were working at the Taco Bell. And I know one of the managers there, because he used to manage it, do stuff at my old restaurant, when I used to work at I'm not going to say it. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. There used to be a manager, but then when I used to work at a food restaurant, and now they do it there. And they're like, why do you do this? I'm just like, man, honestly, I shouldn't do this in the drive-thru anymore. I should just have us go inside, because that would probably be easier. But I feel like whenever I do an inside, doing indoor, pick up from the store inside, I usually don't get the drinks. I have to ask about the drinks to be like, hey, I need the drinks for this. And if it's like a slushy or something like that, it's like, brother. Like, I don't want to prove, like I can some bullshit you something, but like, brother, hear me out. You can do it. But it's actually good though. Like, I could just say a large when I had a medium, and they wouldn't know. They wouldn't care. I mean, realistically, does it really matter? No. The margins on that are slim as shit. They're not McDonald's, and I know that they're not going to take that away anytime soon. Although they do have technically a more or less like a drink, whatever, dedicated Taco Bell drink stuff. I can't remember what it's called, but man, apparently the area that I live in is like getting one eventually within the next year or so, and I'm excited. Honestly, that would be pretty freaking sweet. And we got scooters, we got fucking that, maybe. Man, economic times like these suck. Gas is like at $4, over $4. Absolutely fucking abysmal. Absolutely fucking abysmal. It should not be at this price. There's many reasons to that I do not want to get into that. But really just like, dude. But also at the same time, we got fucking Krispy Kreme and the MSP. We got that goddamn scooters. We got fucking Canes. Zantigo. Oh, you know. Well, it's just like the general fast food stuff. I'm not getting like into actual like food dedicated restaurants, you know. But man, the food scene in the MSB area, even in the surrounding whatever. Oh man, oh, we are living good. We are eating well. Tell you that. Also, fuck you, Dinah. Fuck you, Dinah. Anyways, let's wrap up the show. So, thank you guys for listening, watching the Midnight Ramen, the live cast. If you want to go watch this happen live, you go to twitch.tv/Melted Original, all one word. We're not, it's like freaking right there, dude. We're not only on Twitch, you can not only interact in the chat, but you can change how the show goes. Watch this happen unedited live. Watch the after show, which happens after this. I think that's pretty much it. But once, you can watch this for up to 2 weeks on here, but once it's gone, it's gone. But the edited episodes are on YouTube and on Spotify. But also on Spotify, you can listen to Midnight Ramen, the radio show. There is a difference. But that's when I used to do this as a radio show, as I was talking about it in the episode earlier on. And did it just go out of focus? Yes, it did. That was weird. Huh. I don't think the autofocus should be on. Distracted. But yeah, the radio show, it's coming to a close, and I can't believe I'm done doing the goal that I set out however many years ago. And it's crazy I haven't even thought, like, even the last episodes, I maybe like once or twice mention like, oh, I should be editing these. But like realistically, throughout the entire show, I maybe mention it like once or like less than 5 times. That like, oh, I should edit these and make it whatever. It's not really until after the show that it's like, oh, I should edit these down. All of them down for real. And then put them out. But I'm glad that it's done. I dedicated myself to doing that. And that's also another thing. That's another promise that I made to myself. Like, I had to make myself and make myself do it all the time. And it sucked too, because when I started doing it, I was also trying to make videos constantly. Whatever. I've talked too long. I need to get to it at the end here. But like, it's crazy that it's almost over. Just one episode left, and I have freed up a lot of time on especially Mondays. Oh boy, man, Mondays. Yeah. Thank you to Gradients, my boys at Gradients, for the use of the theme song "Used to It" off of the album The Call. They just played a show in St. Cloud, and the thing about St. Cloud, I hate St. Cloud, Minnesota, because it is cursed. I had car troubles when I was driving up from there one time. And the next time coming up from spring break, I got the news that my grandpa died. Exact same spot. The turn that would go off to St. Cloud. And just that stretch that you have a 10-15 mile stretch that has like, hey, you can go to St. Cloud if you really want to, if you take a right now. Brother. Like Collegeville, St. Cloud, similar thing, but still. But like once you pass that, clean. Any direction. Perfect. Just that small stretch of land, a small strip of highway. And then so anyway, so Gradients had car troubles. So both times, or 2 times in a row that they played a gig in St. Cloud, they had car troubles, and they had to put like a spare, and they had to drive all the way back to the cities with a donut on. Ugh. Oh man, I would not do that. I'd just get a spare tire at that point. Oh man, and in the middle of the night too, like at 4 a.m. Oh, that's horrible. Like no, it's actually 2:40 a.m. I think it was. Like oh man, that sucks so bad. I think it was the drummer that did it too. That had it too. So it's like, oh man, that's so horrible. But I hope they're doing well. Anyways, thank you guys for listening, watching, doing what you're doing, all the other stuff. As I look at the time right now, it is not midnight here anymore, but it is midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I think I'll see you later. But until then, bye.
Just when I needed you, I see from a different view. Oh baby, now don't be scared, but don't get used to it. Yeah, when I told her I can't let go, when I told her I can't say no. Oh baby, well I was scared, but now I'm used to it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.